Hey everyone, Nick Nielsen, certified financial planner. Recently, I had a client conversation and she asked two great questions that were so good that I had to share them with you. The first question was, if I gave you an additional $1 million, would you invest those dollars differently? The follow-up question was, with that additional $1 million, would that open up better investment options for me? Wow, these are great questions. To me, it all goes back to the starting point. And let's talk about our financial planning process. We believe that your goals determine your plan, and your plan determines your portfolio. The portfolio, right, actually how much we're allocating to cash, to fixed income investments, and to growth investment, that is nothing more than the funding mechanism for the plan. So where do we start? If for some reason you have an additional $1 million that comes into your plan, how does it get allocated? So the first part is, have your goals changed? The only time we change the plan is if your goals have changed. So in this particular case, her goals had not changed. So then the next step is, are the first two elements in how we allocate the money, has anything changed there? So do we have adequate cash reserves? Have we put the appropriate amount into fixed income? In both of those situations, check and check. None of those things had changed. She had a proper amount of cash. She had a proper amount of dollars allocated for fixed income. So if $1 million came into her plan, we would invest that money for the long-term growth and prosperity of her plan. We believe that it's critically important to own a low-cost, diversified portfolio. One of the things that we do at Know My Plan is we do not offer any proprietary products. We think that is critically important because that just eliminates a potential conflict of interest. Finally, when we're selecting investments, we are opting for liquidity, or erring on the side of liquidity, because you just never know when someone's financial plan could change, when the goals change. And that's a large reason why we avoid potentially illiquid investments plus higher costs. Remember, one of the first things I said, we want to own a low-cost, diversified portfolio. So a lot of liquid alternatives, non-publicly traded REITs, private equity, hedge funds, it just doesn't meet that criteria because they're not liquid or low cost. If they are liquid, they are potentially higher cost. So low cost, diversified, we believe is the key. We want to avoid conflicts of interest. Finally, we want the ability to go out and select securities that we think can give us the highest potential return when investing for growth for the next several decades. So we think in terms of decades, not days. In reviewing this client's portfolio, actually one of the names that we're probably most excited about has been one of the worst performers. And we laid out all the reasons why we think this is going to be a great investment over the next decade. When you have adequate cash reserves, when you have an adequate amount in fixed income, it allows you to invest appropriately for long-term growth. In a particular investment, if it doesn't perform well for a few months or a few years, that's not going to change our thesis if the thesis for the company is the same. In this particular client situation, if an additional $1 million came into the plan, what would we do? We're going to continue to buy the best companies, the best securities that we think can do well for decades, not days. Hope you found this answer insightful. It would mean a lot to us if you would consider liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel. That means a great deal to us. And I just want to encourage you, the very best thing that we do, we believe, it's our Dollars and Diagram newsletter. It goes out Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. It gives real life financial planning stories, real life scenarios of what we're talking about with clients and prospects every single day. Thank you and have a great day.